and today I'm going to be showing you how to survive in the harsh climate of the Rocky Mountains during bear season. Right here is a dried up creek bed. As you can see, it used to have water, but it doesn't anymore. That doesn't mean there isn't water around. There could be water that way, or that way. I'm going to try upstream, because that's most likely where the spring is. But where there's water, there is bears. So it seems, while we're trekking through the wild, we've come to a bit of an impasse. So I'm going to have to actually climb over this, because it'll be like this for miles. Boy, was that a climb. As you can see, we have now finally found water, but it has all this algae and disgusting things in it. It is not good for drinking unless boiled and filtered, but I don't have either of the things to make that right now. So I'm gonna have to keep looking for more water and hopefully no bears. But also I haven't found these. They're called mountain lilies. Next to the stream we were by, I found some mountain lilies. These are good for substance and have many herbal remedies that witch doctors used to use in these mountains. As you can see, this one's a bit dusty, so I'm gonna go like that. This is how you properly eat a mountain lily, and go like this. Alright, so we found a hint of civilization, but it's not enough to actually help us. There are many stations like this up in the Rocky Mountains. They're used by park rangers and such during the summer times for shelter and stuff like that when they're patrolling the area. Right now, all the rangers are cleared out. It's way too dangerous with bear season. I'm gonna go check it out. So, up here, there's a bunch of things we can use. There's a broken ladder, we can use some of the metal for some bits, but also, there's a working ladder. Oh, that's going to be a good fire starter, let me tell you. We also have some batteries, which we can salvage some things for, and then we also have this shelter, which can help us in the night if we are very desperate. Next to the abandoned ranger outpost, I found this. It used to be an old chairlift. Now it's shut down because these slopes are closed. I'm using it as a vantage point so I can see the area around me. I'm trying to look for bodies of water or maybe signs of human life. Don't try this though unless you're an experienced climber like myself. If you want, try getting a rope and tie it around something so in case you fall, you won't die. So, when I looked over all the area, there wasn't much anything. Really, all I saw were trees for miles. So I'm deciding to go uphill and get on the other side of these mountains and check it out. Unfortunately, there's going to be lots of rocky terrain like this. You better watch your step, or you might hurt yourself. If you break an ankle out here, you will die. Even here, deep in the wilds, you still find effects of humankind. It's rare to find such a beautiful place like this, just being tarnished like this. I don't like it, and I don't stand for it. So, at some point, I'm going to need to make a fire. I'm not making one now, because night's not about to fall. But if I find some protein or something, I'm going to need to cook it. And I found some fine kindling right here. So I'm going to have to beat the shit out of it. That's how you cut some wood. Alright, so while I was wandering through the wilderness, I found something. So unlike the mountain lily, this is called a death lily. These are poisonous. The mountain lily, you could eat them for days. But these, they will kill you in 5 seconds. So watch out and don't even touch them. See? Hey, give me that beer. Thanks, man. Jeez. This place is terrible. I mean, foaming up my beer. Oh, if I really had to do this, I don't know what I'd do. It's terrible. Alright, as you can see here, we have a tree stump, but not just any tree stump. It has a clean cut across it. It's not breaking like a normal tree. This means it was taken down by a man, and where there's cut trees, there's usually civilization. So we're gonna keep searching. But also, while I'm here, under these logs, there's usually things such as bugs, grubs, termites, things that are just get some protein and extra calories. So, I'm gonna take a look. There's not much for substance in here. There's a couple tiny ants. But you don't really want to eat ants. They'll bite your tongue. So that's just no good. So, I'm gonna pick up, move on, and get where I'm headed. So we have found a rotten log here. Rotten logs are a perfect place for lava. Lava is full of protein. Actually, 5 times more than a steak you would find at any New York restaurant. So, they're very full of stuff, so I'm gonna come in here, rip it up, and you just gotta search through it, dig around, and you're bound to find something. And there is a hobo spider. Very poisonous. Very, very, very poisonous. Zoom in on this. Do you see it? That is a terribly poisonous spider. So, there's probably more of them in here, and I'm just gonna walk away, because dying is not worth food. So, right now, we're in the middle of a bear den. This is right in the heart of danger. Luckily, this has been abandoned for some time. You can see some old tracks right here. They aren't very fresh. I don't see any signs. No bones, no scat, nada. So, look at this track. Bigger than my hand. That is massive. A massive grizzly used to live here. You can see signs like scratches on the bark of the trees where they scratch their backs and sharpen their nails on them. It's a natural nail sharpener. It's crazy how they know this stuff. So luckily for us, this has been abandoned for a while. But this means we really are in bear country. You forget that sometimes because of how beautiful it is. But we are inches from death. I hate nature. Effing bugs. So, on the floor of the forest, you see a bunch of these dry pine needles that basically makes up all of the ground when you're in the middle of it. So, what that is, though, is very good fire starter at this time of year. So, I'm just gonna take up some of these. Look at this, look at that. Oh, that's magnificent. Grab some dry stuff right here. There's a lot here for a fire. Then I can use that lighter we found back a little ways in the ranger shed to my advantage. It's gonna be a warm night tonight, boys. So you see here is the 3 crucial components of making a fire. You've got your, of course, logs to burn, you've got some of your kindling, and then you've got your fire starter. I found some very dry leaves. I'm gonna try to light them on fire. As you can see, we've actually successfully started a fire. I'm gonna let this kindling take. Hopefully we can get it going. We shall see. So I got me a little fire cooking up here. It's building up right now. It's gonna keep me warm tonight. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find any food. So I'm gonna have to try to fix that tomorrow. Maybe look for some grubs or something. So, guess I'll see you in the morning. That was a rough night. I didn't get much sleep, maybe an hour or 2. It rained last night, which wasn't good because I forgot to bring some rain gear. So I got pulled on. Should have made a shelter. Thought I was maybe warm enough not to have one, but nature proved me wrong. But we're close to the peak of this mountain. Want to be able to cross over it and see if there's something we can find on the other side. Seems like we have found a dirt road. This could just be a Forest Service road, or it might lead to nothing for miles, or it could lead us straight to rescue. Oh, come here. Come, look at this. What I thought I saw was moving water. This is a little stagnant, but it's quite fresh. I think I might be able to drink this with the proper cautions. Alright, so I followed that stream of water we found next to the path, and it led to an irrigation system right here. But as you can see, the water is moving out of it, so that means it's A-okay to drink. It's just gonna take a while. Look at how clear and clean this water is. That has some good mountain water. Mountain springs, some say, make the freshest water. And you know what? That's lucky for me. Wait, I hear something. What's that? Blimey, it's civilization! Well, folks, this means it's the end of my journey for today. Remember the things you learned today. Avoid bears, dangerous flowers, spiders, and you know what? Living out here will be a breeze. Lucky for me, it's all over. I'll see you next time, folks. Hello? Is anyone in there? I need food. Do you have any food?